Grace and Peace family. I hope everybody's doing good on this lovely Monday. The Lord decided he was going to airdrop some wisdom today, so I got you, peeps. Let's get it done. Now, this was a bit controversial, so I just want to make sure I let you know before we get into it. But what can I say? You can't make a stovetop meal without stirring the pot, right? So, I've already invited the Holy Spirit to teach through me, love through me, live through me, and of course, the Lord to guide my words as if they are falling from his lips. So let's get into this and let's see. Okay, so the Lord's wisdom today is going to be on one-way street teachings upon the leaders, so how we lead, and then using evangelism as conversion. So, this is like I said, we're gonna touch base on some things. We're gonna get right into it though. When it comes to teaching the way of the Lord, a lot of us have religious beliefs that we grew up with, that we know of, even with the nuances that we've added to the way that we live our lives. A lot of our ways are still stuck in the old ways of teaching. And that's pretty much natural. It's really hard to get away from what you know when it's been pushed everywhere heavily to be that way. So very naturally, we still hold on to some of the old ways going into new methods. Now, one of the biggest issues that the Lord is having right now is the fact that we are called to teach. We are not called to convert. We all operate under free will. This is the greatest gift the Lord has given to us. We are able to make decisions based on ourselves, where we want to go and how we want to move. So to convert someone from what they believe, or tell them that the way that they believe or the way that they move is not in alignment, is a sin. Why? Because you are issuing judgment based on the way somebody else decides they want to live. Now we're going to use examples like how other ways of life may call God something different. We have in Muslim heritage, they call him Allah. We have in Buddhist heritage, Buddha. So, in a lot of different religions, they call God something different. We have some people who frown upon that. Some people say you can't call God God. His name is Yahweh. In all actuality, God doesn't have an issue with his names because he knows who he is. Just like my name is Janique. I go by Jen. My kids call me Mommy. And I'm sure my future spouse is going to call me Love. But in all actuality, I am all of those. I'm not going to say I'm one less or I am less because I am known by another name. The Lord knows your heart, and it is the intention that matters. Only in the area of your faith. Intention matters greatly. So, getting away from thinking that because someone says the universe, or someone says the divine, or someone says God, it doesn't mean that it is not God. And this is something I'm also correcting with myself, because for a while it was, I call God God, who do you serve? They serve who they serve in all actuality. Even if they call God and it happens to be Lucifer, guess what? That is a correction that they need to make within themselves. It is not my job to tell that person that they can't know God by a name that they know him by. I am not to issue judgment. Judgment is reserved for my Father and my Father only. My job is to lead who needs leading, and only to do that. So getting away from evangelizing in a way that converts and tells people that you're not doing what's right because you're not doing it the way that I do it, we need to definitely navigate away. Now, as far as even teachings, we know that in Hinduism, a lot of people believe that means they believe in many gods, and it's actually not true. If you do a bit of research, which I've done a lot of research on Mahatma Gandhi, and he was originally a Hindu, they do not believe in many gods. They believe God can come to you in many forms. And if you think about it like that, so do we, right? He appeared as a burning bush. He sent angels on several occasions. God appears to you in a way that he knows works best for you. In some cases, he came in as a dream. In some cases, he came in as a vision. In some cases, he was a gust of wind that blew on your ears and just felt delightful. It is not for us to interpret how God is going to appear to anyone else. Only you. Look at your paper only. Now I'm going to touch real quick on the reason why we are not to evangelize in a way that converts. And it's because we are taught to be a beacon to those who are in need. Not to seek people and make them believe what we believe. No, we are lights of the world. We have the Lord's light within us, and that is what allows us to guide, right? Oh, thank you, Holy Spirit. I just got the vision of a lighthouse. That is what we are. We are lighthouses to the people. Now, when the people, the ships, get close and they are lost, what does a lighthouse do? It guides them to safety. The lighthouse doesn't go get ships. It waits until a ship comes close and asks for that need. Because wisdom is sought. You seek wisdom. You don't push it. Especially when you have something like free will as your full guidance. So, as the ships come in and they see that lighthouse, they now know, okay, I can navigate this. The lighthouse now gives them a little guidance. It allows them to see in the dark. It also does not hold on to the ships. The ships go back out. And what does that ship do? It now is able to tell other ships in close proximity where they're going, where the lighthouse is in case they are lost as well. And even feel that safety of knowing that they got correct guidance. This is something we need to be okay with. You're going to come across many people who don't quite believe in what you believe in, or who even feel like they want more information. They're not quite sure what they're seeking, but they want more information. Your job is just to drop it. Not to make sure that when they walk away with your identity, your thought patterns, but to make sure that the knowledge that you have is inputted in the way that they need it. I also got another vision. Thank you, Holy Spirit. If you take a rock and throw it into a lake, it makes ripples, meaning it has an effect on that water immediately. And they're grand because it's a rock. But if you were to take a pebble and throw it into that water, it still creates ripples. Now granted, it's not grand. It's not huge. But those ripples are thoughts. Those ripples allow that person to sit on the information that you have provided. And it does something within. And that's what's supposed to happen. The Lord does the stirring. We just airdrop the information and let it be. And they take it with them, and it allows them to navigate and guide. We also can learn a lot from a lot of the other cultures and teachings. I personally like shamanic music. I love it. It speaks to my soul. It resonates to me heavy. I actually meditate to a lot of shamanic music. And it's because once I've seen my Akashic records, I now know I have a lot of shamanism in my background. I have a lot of Tao teachings in my background, which is why I like things like Qigong and Tai Chi. But it doesn't mean that I am not sticking to the fact that I am a Christian spiritualist. No. It means that I'm a Christian spiritualist who likes Tai Chi, who also likes shaman music, who likes to dance in order to get their praise. This is who I am. And that's what the Lord calls for us, to grab our soul fragments from all of the different places that we have scattered them throughout our lifetimes here on this planet, throughout our experiences, and put ourselves back together so that we are now whole and we can live happily even through the experiences. This is the point of it all. And as teachers, we have information that can help others do the same. Remember, their walk with God is their own. It's their walk. We cannot affect it too deeply because the Lord is going to guide them. Where we know that the Bible is considered our sword, our protection against the world. What if you live in a place like up in the mountains where everybody is peaceful and you don't have a Bible? Does that mean that the Lord is not with you? Does that mean that the Lord does not connect with you the way that He connects with me? It doesn't mean that. Maybe you don't need a sword up there. Maybe you get your information directly from the source. We don't know. And that's why we can't judge. We are to allow others to grow, to bloom, to flourish into who they are, by just giving them the little guidance that we have so that they can become their best selves. And it's watching that process that gives us fulfillment, that allows us to be whole, to know that we've done what we've done, and we've done it right. This is a lot, y'all. So I hope you're ready to switch it up. I'm going to leave this right here, okay? So hopefully you have a beautiful day. Hopefully this helped feed you a bit. I'm gonna go. Love and